Hello, America. Heavy Monte here. Welcome to the Heavy Montes podcast and my comedy show, America. Now we see where the Supreme Court is going. This is a Heavy Monte alert. This is part two of my conversation regarding a criminal maggot Supreme Court. Ladies and gentlemen, looks like I told everybody before, that when the Republicans are in power, people die. You know, they are asking me what my recommendation on the Republican Party and what they're doing, and I'm gonna tell you, killing people. See, death and destruction. This is the Republican Party. This is the image I want you to remember every time you hear the word Republican Party. You understand? Because you could die messing around with them people, taking away your health insurance. You see what I'm saying? Taking care of your, taking away your Medicaid. Now they're talking about America. Hospitals closing. And I tell you one thing. This is the same playbook the Republican was using in Trump's first term. But we had enough Democrats to stop him, you see. But now, look like there's nobody to stop them. And they're going to pass that big, beautiful bill, the ugly piece of garbage bill, in some form or in some fashion, and they're going to hurt and damage the American people, you see. And they're all working in cahoots. The Supreme Court has been magnetized. All they need is the hat, the shoes, you understand, the pants, the shirt, and the socks. They've been magnetized. Part of the right-wing machine. Part of the deep state. Now that's a damn shame when you took an oath in front of everybody and said you were going to be, called balls, they say, and strikes, like in baseball, be fair. But they're not. You can see it with your own eyes. We have a deep state government. That government Donald Trump described. They say they want to king America. And it's ironic that the government that is being destroyed hurt the people who voted for this government. I'm talking about you idiots in the red states. You see what I'm saying, America? I'm talking about the people that did not have enough common sense to realize when somebody is going around telling you that some other race is bad, and they're causing you problems and taking away your brain power to think for yourself and compete in a world where you can compete. America is big enough. You can find a job somewhere doing something. You see, America, you do not have to put down another human being. You don't have to blame white people. You don't have to blame black people. You don't have to blame your government. You need to blame yourself, America. Because the people have forgotten that they are the government and they are responsible for the people who they elect. So you go out and you get a garbage man to be your president. A man who give you permission to be a racist. A man who give you permission to be a misogynist. A man who give you permission to be evil. A man who give you permission to cuss out and curse Jesus Christ himself. That man, working with that dang stupid ass Supreme Court. They're ignorant. You see, when you're dabbling around in wrong, it never comes out right. Wrong is wrong. You can't make wrong right. You see what I'm saying? Either you're wrong or you're right. And that Supreme Court is wrong, you see. So we know who they are. We know what they are. An arm, magnetized. Looking out for a convict. Paving the road, clearing the path. To the destruction of our nation. You see what I'm saying? Saying that the President of the United States is a king, but leaving the door open just a little bit so when the Democrats win, the filthy dogs, in the Supreme Court, that's not what we meant. Right? We didn't mean that. Because if the Democrats get the amount of power that Donald Trump have as president, we can do something to change this country. We can make this country a better place. You see what I'm saying? A better place. Now, those people in the red states are playing with fire. You see? Anytime a government, a government who has all this responsibility have people working for them, that they're responsible for, and those people are saying, please, we don't want your money. They say that with their vote. We don't need no money down here. The state of Tennessee can take care of all our problems. That guy in South Carolina, that governor, that asshole, he can take care of all of our stuff. We don't need none of your money. We don't need Planned Parenthood taking care of our women. Now, we can afford to do it ourselves, At the same time, still wanting that money. We're still wanting that money in the red states. And I'll tell you a little secret, red state people. Your states are completely controlled by Republicans. All the problems that you have are caused by Republicans. Super majorities in some places. The Democrats don't have no power because they've brainwashed you to believe that the Democrats are your enemy and not your friend. Now it's going the other way, you see. Maggots are the enemy. You have taken over that mantle, the mantle. You've done it. You see what I'm saying? So you better get yourself cleaned up, all you people that voted for Trump, and get yourself together, But getting back to the Supreme Court of America. Now, you have a Supreme Court. Now, you can't trust a damn thing coming out of that damn court. Now, you can't. You see what I'm saying? We got to reform that court. So I'm going to tell you we're going to do it. Now, we're progressives. We mean business. We're not out there playing around. I want to hold your hand. So I want to hold your hand. No, we don't want to hold a Republican's hand. There's nothing good about Project 2025. You see what I'm saying? There's nothing good, about what the Republican Party is doing. There's nothing good. Nothing good. There is nothing good about what the Republican Party is doing. They have no platform. All they have is a convict, Donald Trump, a maggot Supreme Court behind them, right? Backed up by a criminal Republican Party. I say it all the time. A bunch of lunatic, crazy people. But we have some time, America. We have some time to identify all of those crazy lunatic nuts and show their faces to all the American people and show their voting record. It's like a resume. They don't have one. They're hiding. And they're in the Senate bill, the one they want to pass, the bill, they say cut Medicaid worse than the House. They're trying to kill people, in my opinion. I told you, they're trying to take you out of America. You better register. You better show up at their protest. You need to let everybody know that the Republican Party is out to get us, America, backed up by a criminal, a criminal Supreme Court. You see? Cheating dogs, and they want respect. They come out, y'all need to, excuse me, America. This is allergy season. But this stuff is funny. Sometimes you have to laugh. The Supreme Court comes out, John Roberts, you go, well, I don't need you people to respect the law. Respect Clarence Thomas, getting money. Respect Alito hanging a flag upside down, Respect that, Respect that crazy nut Thomas, and his wife. They're part of the machine, America. Part of the right-wing machine, in my opinion. Now, I don't know. I like to always keep the name clean. Because this is Heavy Monte's opinion. But in my opinion, we don't have those 6 justices on the Supreme Court, those maggot ones who've been magnetized, they need to retire. Nobody have any confidence on them. You know, no matter what they say, there's no. Why would you want to be a judge and nobody have any respect for you? Huh? You don't need to be a judge. Huh? You're an honest. You see what I'm saying? You know, you have taken and you. There's some of them now, those Supreme Court justices, those Trump ones. You know, they lied. They say to get the job, but once they got the job, you say you can't sue them. And so now the Supreme Court is telling us, me, Heavy Monte, and this is a moment of heaviness. The Supreme Court is telling us, America, that Donald Trump can do to us whatever he wants to do to us. You see what? You see America? And Donald Trump is a desperate man. Donald Trump is running out of time. You see? You know, he's running out of time. The Democrats take over, you know, they take over the House and the Senate, and they can really, really pull back the cover and let us discover that Donald Trump and the Republican Party is just what Heavy Monte said they are. Low down, dirty dogs, domestic terrorists, huh? The enemy of the people, the deep state, that government who, them, and state-run media, Fox News told you was Joe Biden. So Sleepy Joe gonna do all this stuff to you. At the same time, say we're gonna take these jokers out, starting with the red states, you know. If they get a forest fire, let them burn. You see what I'm saying? FEMA, no, we ain't give nothing. You see what I'm saying? We're going to get rid of all this stuff, you see? Because I tell you what, these jokers are losers and suckers. They probably sit around the table at night and billionaires. How much we going to make? You know. And they're saying that Donald Trump is still sending out fundraisers. You know, letters like, hey, please send me some money. You know, people are still sending the money. You know, man, Donald Trump got a game going. Shit. Man, I tell you what, you can say what you want to say about Donald Trump. Donald Trump might be a good businessman, but anytime you are a billionaire and you can convince poor people who don't have hardly no money to send you their money, you got something going. So America, now let's get ready for the midterms. Come on, get happy. You know, smile. You know, put on a happy face. Put on a happy face, America, and have some fun. And watch these idiots. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, watch them. Turn your TV on and just sit back and relax. You know, and say to yourself, you know, one day, right here in America, the Democratic Party going to be taking over. Yay. Heavy Monte will be on the web telling everybody, yay, that low down, dirty dog, Donald Trump, have been exposed. That his entire criminal party has been exposed because the Democrat Party know how to do it. So this is Heavy Monte saying, put a smile on your face and don't let those dirty, low-down dogs get you down. And please, America, subscribe to the Heavy Monte YouTube channel.